need a check. Not the sneakers, but the ones that make you watch your step. Your chain, name, how about your respect? Give them more than what I get, expecting up the back. In fact, you know, I sat down with my accountant. He said, I got good news and I got bad news. Okay. I said, what's the good news? He said, the good news is you made a lot. I said, what's the bad news? The bad news is you spent more. Okay. Look, sometimes you need the faith. Sometimes you need to know your worth. Sometimes you need to wait. Shoot like the golden boy, but ain't from the bay. You can't negotiate with Drake. You gon' have to pay. But wait, jugging on the main stage with the mainframe. Loosen up your face, baby. Sometimes I need a vacate, meditate, hydrate, protect my energy before engagement.
Grew up having nothing, you're labeled impatient. But once the boss made it, you're labeled amazing. Meticulous with words, such a force of nature. Boss. I don't wanna seem absurd, but that boy's a gangster. Focusing on me, way from Tel Aviv. Barbados with the hustle pockets, LIDs. Distinctive destinations, all I wanna see. Oceanfront residences, 3 different ones a week. Cause I deserve that. It's time to learn that. Mess around and put that thing up where your permit. 6 figures every year, yeah, I earn that. Where my turn at?
Sometimes you need a friend, not the ones that just show up and don't put nothing in. You know the ones that lend their hand and want to see you win. When you come up on that lick, make sure you cut them in. And then, sometimes you need a fool. Oh. Men gon' lie, women gon' lie. You're looking for the truth and the numbers don't hide. Looking for the root of all evil, then you need to go open up the briefcase, see with your eyes. Everybody claim to be greatest of all times, but they never spend a day in the rain in the front line. No lie. Stop playing on my phone line. Pull up in the space coupe with the roof optional. Wonder why they follow suit. I've been groomed from the womb. Came out of my mama with some running tennis shoes. Faster than the speeding bullet. Nah, it's cool, it's cool. Don't play with it, baby. Say up to what you gon' do with it. Stop playing with it. If you gon' do it, you don't play with it. Exactly. Yeah. You built like that.
I buy like 23. Won't fall again and I put that on me. Yeah. I feel the way my heart all on my sleeve. Yeah. That's why I had to put my wrist on freeze. Coming for the win, can't take another L. Designer on me, this that new Chanel. Did that splash, did that drill. Yeah, champion, yeah, we here. Yeah, this the winning team. 6 rings with a pinky ring. Everybody used to pick at me, now I'm the one that they picking. Snakes out, they hit scene, but I can't hear it when the crowd screams. Still balling like an offspring. This for all the ones that doubted me. Gotta lose once to be a true winner. Only want the hunters with the blues.
They say summer is the time to live in Chicago. Well, that's extended into autumn as we are ready to roll under blue skies at Soldier Field. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Washington football team and the Chicago Bears. 2 weeks have come and gone. It's off to week 3, and we're underway on EA Sports. On the return, Deontay Harris. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
Washington takes over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
This is Leonard Fournette. And he powers his way up past the 30. 5 yards on the game's first play. 2nd down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Now the 2nd down throw on target. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
It's a gain of 4.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, Got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
They'll try and run forward with Fournette. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down. On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. This is taken at the 18. A 46-yard punt, 8 yards on the return.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Let's go now.
Here's the first carry from Matt Breida. Up to make the play defensively, Tre'Davious White.
He's brought down.
He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Tighten up, tighten up. Pull it together. Check, check.
They'll run for the first time with Raheem Mostert. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3.
Allen brought him down.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
It's complete to Grant. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield.
That's good.
1st down for the Bears, a gain of 15.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
It's caught inside the 25. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So the defense blitzed. A nice job picking that up, completing the pass.
And how in sync was the quarterback in his center on that play? They saw the blitz, made the appropriate calls, got the line engaged, because now they know there are going to be extra guys coming at the quarterback, so they got their assignments down pat and kept them away from him, and he's able to step up in the pocket and fire one now for a really good strike.
Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. John Ross, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Bears have taken the early lead. Both sides of the football in sync early. You force the 3 and out, and then you take it down and score points.
You know what that tells me? They sold their game plan really well. Head coach said, listen, we're just going to stop them on 3 and out. We're going to take the ball downfield and score. But he also told them how it was going to happen. They're going to run this. We're going to stuff it. Then we're going to take the ball. They won't be able to keep up with us. And they got it done.
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got a look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. Slings this deep from McLaurin. It's caught at the 10. And he takes this thing way down into Chicago territory.
To Terry McLaurin.
Big yardage that time for Washington. 48 yards. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's first and goal from just inside the 10. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. Darren Waller, the intended receiver, but it'll be second and goal. Another shot from the 9 on second and goal. And now he's going to use his legs, and he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a third down. A big play forthcoming. Here's third and goal. They'll try to punch it in with Fournette. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Leonard Fournette, his second touchdown on the season. And Washington now within a 2-point conversion of tying this game. And the kick is no good. How about that? He misses on the extra point, and the score holds at 8-6.
Jason Myers set to kick off.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
That's the reason we ball for. Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Second and 10. Here's a handoff left side to Breida. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. 2 yards the loss, and now third and 12.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for first and 10. They run out of the shotgun with Mostert. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line.
Eric Armstead brought him down. 2 yards on the pickup.
8-6 the score after one.
The 37-yard line.
First carry for Samaje Perine, fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to third down.
A 2-yard pickup brings up third and
on
6.
Third down, Jackson. Got a man, it's Ross, complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. He had the touchdown on the opening drive. Now he's got a first down.
15-yard line.
So from inside the 20, here's first and 10 at the 18. Throwing now, Jackson on first down. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And it's Washington that scoops it up. And he'll take this back all the way up past past the 45-yard line.
Fumble on the play.
Well, partner, they went empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect him.
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Here's a give to Fournette. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up third down. Looking to throw. On the move to his left. He'll fire this deep for Gallup. And that will be incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete. Absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows their punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Jackson. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And he'll go out of bounds after getting this across the 15. 11 yards there. First down. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. On the handoff, this is Breida. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11.
Now a give coming right is Breida. He's got a first down and more past the 30. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Matt Breida, 84 yards as the Bears push further out in front. They blitzed defensively there, but he was able to slip through that first layer, and then he was gone.
I think they won the leverage game, didn't they?
Yes.
Right? They saw the blitz coming. That got to him a little bit, but they leveraged it perfectly and found not just a crease, a gigantic hole. And off he goes, and he's still going all the way to the end zone.
Taken about 7 yards deep. And we will not see a run back here from Harris.
At their own 25-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
He's going to wind up and air it out. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
After the interception, here's Jackson. Going deep downfield for Ross. Into a double team, and it's intercepted.
Jackson's
Tre'Davious White with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
At their own 50.
If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
Here's 2nd and 10. This one complete downfield on the left side. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. 11 yards there, first down.
And the Washington first down.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. He's going to look deep down the field. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And he'll get this back across the midfield stripe and down to the 47-yard line. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. DK Metcalf. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bears will extend their lead. And man, Charles, talking about singing something in there. And those gloves, they help. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Justin Reed.
It's interesting that when it comes to 2-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And they will be backed up deep. Trouble here as they're going to start this drive at the 6.
Anytime you feel the kickoff inside your own end zone, you've got to be decisive about whether you're bringing it out or not. Sometimes that indecision can really cost you. That may have been what happened on that play.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he'll get that to Fournette, complete. And they'll get him down up past the 15. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now a quick throw as that's complete on the hitch route. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and this is picked up by the Bears. And they bring this one back. A fumble return for a Bears touchdown. This first half has been a nightmare for that offense. Defense just dominating them.
And when you're picking up the ball, picking up their mistakes, and taking it the other way and putting it in the end zone, that's a defense's dream. They're having that type of a game.
Everything that can go wrong has gone wrong for this offensive unit. And this one incomplete. So they went for the 2. They don't get it. Now they had the big play on the fumble return. They were looking for the 1-2 punch, but they couldn't get that 2-point conversion.
And I have to wonder, were they scheduled to go ahead and kick the extra point, but after a play like that, you talk about the 1-2 punch, right? It's a momentum play. Go for 2 and really try to capitalize, and that's what they attempted.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that one falls incomplete. A 50-50 ball. A little dangerous. Could have been picked. Now it's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Out to his left. And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. And he will have the first down, but he winds up taking a pretty good shot that time. It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. He's at the 30, the 20.
Oh, yeah.
And he will score. Touchdown, Chicago. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score. Now on comes the Bears offense as he'll be called in to go for 2. Here's Jackson. And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful. And that bumps their lead up even further.
Washington 6.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
5-yard line. Washington will take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach? Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Bears. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. Holding on to the football becoming a little bit of an issue. He had 2 fumbles last week, remember.
I played for a guy that used to talk all the time about creating turbulence in the pocket, making the quarterback jumpy, make him antsy, keep getting after.
Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. DK Metcalf as the first half is winding down. And this offense is running away with this one. So a challenge coming down from the booth, and that's where these challenges come from, of course, in the final 2 minutes of the half.
Yeah, now we're going to New York, right? That's command central for the officials. They'll talk, they'll take a look at it, communicate with the referee at the game site, and issue a final decision because they do have the final call now.
Here's Jackson to throw. And unable to connect. They don't get the 2-point conversion here. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst. And if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
2nd and 11.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Once again, it's Mostert. And able to use his blockers to get this up over the 40. 7 yards on the carry. Make it 3rd and 4 coming up.
It's a gain of 7. Makes it 3rd and 4.
From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. On the return, Harris. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10.
At their own.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And, Charles, the good news, they got the stop defensively. The bad news, this is a huge hole that they're in right now. How do they start to dig out of it?
That's a great question because we're not even going to talk about how do they win it, right? We want to see how they can kind of claw back and at least make themselves feel better about the game because this one is likely out of reach, but maybe one possession at a time. Try and play a little bit better and have some respect when you come out of the game.
Rolling to his left. He's going to take off with it. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up
2nd and 4.
At the Bears' 32-yard line.
Dancing to his left. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Steps away. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a 1st down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there that brings up 4th. Now with a play clock at 4, we're going to get a timeout called. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Here's Brian Anger now as he's on to punt for Washington. Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
They decided to take a shot and right down the middle of the field, and really, they didn't give it as much time to develop, did they? They want to take that shot somewhere around the 15-yard mark.
And the defense able to recover, bat it free. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. From the gun, it's Jackson. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first.
1st and 10 at the 38.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They go play action with Jackson. He'll buy some time right. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep over the middle. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. The intended receiver was DK Metcalf. That'll bring up second down.
DeAndre Baker there defensively.
Check 54. 17. Check 55 to Mike. Rip right. Mike 55. Check 55. Mike. Blue down. Mike 55. They're not ready for this, man. They're not ready for this. They still...
Throwing again. Jackson going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And this is taken in at the 5. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Mike 55.
And Jackson throwing once more. Escaping the pressure right. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
Second down and goal. Jackson. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. Jonnu Smith there to make the grab as his guys continue to put this one out of reach.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury, and it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run. He finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
And they don't get it. They tried for the two-point conversion there, but unsuccessful.
Bears 46. Washington.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Here's Harris to return it. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
Return. Washington takes over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. Now a throw here to his running back. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Now, they may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
First down.
They'll look to throw here on first down. He'll look downfield, and this is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Darren Waller, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And Washington able to get a score back.
Washington.
So now Washington will again go for 2.
Everyone felt like this game was over, but to be able to stay in it, put together a drive.
Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. So tried to throw it in for 2 points, but the D got home, brought him down.
Yeah, got home, which means there had to be good coverage. Just had nowhere to go with the ball. Typically, you try and throw quick hitters, quick slants, maybe even a quick fade. Nothing was open. He ends up getting sacked.
And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Credit the tackle there to Uchenna Nwosu.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
They go back to the ground, this time Mostert. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. 11 yards there, first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. 2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Back now at Soldier Field. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
From the gun, a run with Mostert. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show.
Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. DK Metcalf. His 3rd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And this offense continues to pour it on.
You have fun with this one, partner?
I am. I mean, he's been fun to watch under center.
We always talk about, getting to the next level, right? When we see people get into the zone, this guy's in the master class right now. What a performance he's putting on, just carving them up.
4 touchdown passes. Carving them up is right. Seems like everything he throws is going to be a completion and going in the end zone.
The Bears will line up for the 2-point conversion.
They had to go to the monitor, get an extra look. That's what the technology is for. And this touchdown will count. Now it's Jackson. And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the 4th.
54. Washington 12.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Takes this about 5 yards deep. Twisting away. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Washington will take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
At the 26-yard line.
Now a throw for the left sideline, and he's got it. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
Complete to Deontay Harris. It's a gain of 6. And the Washington first down.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Gonna take a shot for Gallup. And incomplete on the deep ball. Michael Gallup, that's who he was looking for. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. The throw over the middle, taken in. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 16 yards, a first down. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. They'll look to throw again. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course.
For Deontay Harris.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Is on the coverage.
Here's a quick hitch route and the throw complete. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Washington on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. And that is incomplete.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And he's going to be sacked back on his side of the field at the 44. Montez Sweat. And it'll be a turnover on downs.
A turnover on downs.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And he's taken down inside the 30. 1st down for the Bears, a gain of 15. Another example of this offense really having their way, Charles, and another big chunk play there on the ground.
And when you look at the defense, they've got to do a much better job of wrapping up when they tackle. A lot of great opportunities continue to slip through their fingers, as do the runners.
And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Donald Parham, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bears add on. And now once again, they'll line up to go for 2. Throwing is Jackson. And this is going to be intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. He's at the 40. And he finally goes out of bounds across the opposite 40.
Bears 60. Washington 12.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Taken about 7 yards deep. And we will not see a run back here from Harris.
At their own 25-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say, maybe makes that offense feel good, but when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
Washington on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Got his man there complete to Gallup. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 yards that time and a Washington 1st.
1st down.
Back to throw now on 1st down. And this will be incomplete. The physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Stephon Gilmore.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Jarrell Casey with a little how do you do as he gets in there for the sack. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. He's going to find Gallup here complete. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Able to find Waller. That's complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth.
And the Washington first down.
Now throwing on first down and completing it. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
A gain of
that last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off inside the 10. And he will bring this all the way back out to midfield. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And, gosh, you look up at the scoreboard. They just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They go play action now. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. But the Bears look to get this one back, and indeed they did. So they'll keep possession. Second time in this game, Charles, the ball has squirted out from his hands. Luckily, his teammate was there to pounce on it.
You're right. Got the lucky bounce, able to retain possession. You know, we often talk about the combine and why do we measure quarterbacks' hands. Is that really a big deal? It's for situations like this. Do you have the hands big enough?
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Justin Reed. And that will write a finish to this ball game.
Today's final score, Bears.
A big
60.
offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Bears, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Detroit Lions. Meanwhile, for Washington, they suffered defeat for the first time as they dropped to 2-1. And they'll be at home next week for a date with the Houston Texans. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.